Welcome! Today I'm sharing with you the exact blueprint to not just survive, but excel in your new job. My name is Carolyn Sangle, and these aren't just ordinary tips. Whether you're just starting a new role or preparing for your next career move, they are 5 proven steps designed to make sure you make a powerful impact from day one. It's not just about getting through the first weeks or months. It's about setting yourself up for long-term success. And here's the best part. I've created a special free resource just for you, a 5 steps to excel in your new job, your success plan, that goes beyond what we'll cover today and is packed with actionable steps to ensure you are set up for long-term success. I'll tell you how to get it at the end of today's talk, so stay tuned. Okay, but why should you listen to me? Well, let's just say I'm not new at this. I have a bachelor's in chemistry, a PhD in polymer science, and I worked in the chemical industry for 10 years doing R&D, product development, and dealing with all the pressures that came with it. So I know what you're up against in an industrial role. And I served as a specialty recruiter for the chemical industry, helping to find specific talent for the most demanding jobs. So let me tell you, I learned exactly what companies are looking for in candidates, and I know what makes someone stand out and what makes them forgettable. Additionally, I have coached hundreds of professionals just like you, people navigating new roles or trying to figure out how to take their career to the next level. And I didn't stop there. I took all that knowledge, built Next Success, my company, and created a system that is proven to help people like you not just survive, but dominate their career. You want to learn from someone who's been in the trenches, who knows what works? That's why you should listen to me. Again, my name is Carolyn Sangle, and throughout my own transitions and coaching hundreds of others through theirs, a few best practices stand out. It's not just about getting through those first few weeks. It's about setting yourself up for long-term success. And before we get into the 5 steps, it's important to bring up imposter syndrome. Picture this. You start working, and as you look around, and you walk into the lab or are talking to your new colleagues, or perhaps you're just sitting in the office looking around at your team, but suddenly it feels like there's some heavenly spotlight shining down on all these incredibly smart, accomplished people. They've got it all together, publishing papers, running complex experiments, making big decisions. They seem so qualified, so confident. And then the doubting starts to creep in, and you think, do I even belong here? You wonder, maybe they made a mistake. Maybe I'm not really good enough. And you see everyone else as capable, contributing, and making a difference, while you're stuck questioning if you'll ever measure up. You think, what if I'm not as smart as they think? What if I just got lucky? That right there is imposter syndrome. It's the little voice in your head telling you that you're about to be found out, that you don't actually deserve the spot you've been given. So whether you're sitting at your desk, standing in the lab, or navigating a team meeting, it creeps in and makes you doubt every step you take. Well, according to a study published at the International Journal of Behavior Science, an estimated 70% of people will experience imposter syndrome at least once in their lives. High achievers and professionals in competitive fields like STEM fields are particularly prone, and it is common among students and professionals who are transitioning into new roles, especially those that are high demand environments. So you see, the problem with imposter syndrome is that it messes with your head. It makes you forget that you were chosen for a reason, that you have the skills, the knowledge, and the abilities to succeed in this role. But overcoming imposter syndrome isn't just about recognizing it, it's about transforming how you think every single day. That's where step one, mindset, comes in. Mindset is everything. If you walk into your new role doubting yourself or feeling like you don't belong, you are setting yourself up for a rough start. If you are thinking, I don't deserve this, you're going to hold yourself back. But if you can shift your mindset to focus on what you bring to the table, you'll start to see just how valuable you really are. So let's dive into that first step, how to adopt the right mindset to crush imposter syndrome and start showing up as the confident, capable professional that you are. Here's the thing, you were chosen for a reason. So if you start doubting, your first job is to remind yourself of that daily. You were chosen. Shift your mindset from, I'm not sure I belong here, to, I'm here to make an impact. And every time you doubt yourself, focus on what you bring to the table, and you will quickly see your confidence grow. And for anyone who feels like they might need extra help in mastering this mindset shift, my company offers a powerful program focused on mental fitness to help you strengthen the positive and quiet those negative voices, giving you the tools to tackle imposter syndrome or any other stressor so you show up as the confident, capable professional you are. Let me tell you about a colleague of mine. He was a brilliant chemist, really smart guy, started his career at a major pharmaceutical company. But here's the thing, like many newbies, he made a mistake because he spent the first few weeks just sitting at his desk, checking his inbox as if it was going to tell him how to excel. Every morning he was waiting for instructions, like they would just magically drop in front of him. But guess what? Weeks passed and nobody noticed him. No surprise, he wasn't standing out. He was blending into the wallpaper. So we had a chat and I told him flat out, you're waiting for someone to give you the green light. But success doesn't come from waiting. It comes from taking action. And I challenged him to push past his comfort zone and step up. So what did he do? He went to his manager with a small proposal, led a project, and guess what happened? Within weeks, people knew his name and they saw him as a go-to guy. See, that is the power of being proactive. So here's the thing, if you want to succeed early, take initiative. Don't sit around waiting for instructions to land in your inbox. They won't. So start asking smart questions, take relentless notes, and find ways to add value from day one. Get involved in projects, offer to help your colleagues, show that you are there to make meaningful contributions, not just punch the clock. Make it your mission to create a list of things you need to learn. Whether it's new instruments, procedures, company policies, whatever it is, make that list your personal learning plan. And whenever you find yourself wondering what to do next, you've got that list. So keep moving, keep learning, and keep adding value. All right, here is a lesson in what not to do. I once worked with someone who, again, was a genius in the lab, but here's the problem. She was so laser focused on her own projects that she didn't have a clue how her work fit into the bigger picture. And when the department lead asked her how her research contributed to the company's quarterly goals, she was caught like a deer in headlights. Awkward. Don't be that person. The work you do isn't happening in a vacuum, and your job is part of something bigger, and you need to know how it fits in. So step 3 is understand your fit. Ask your manager how your role contributes to the company's overall goals and find out who the key players are. And don't just stop there. Figure out how your work impacts that broader mission. Because the more you know about how the machine works, the better you'll be at finding opportunities to add value. So how can you do it? Well, you can sit down with your manager and ask them for an organizational chart. Get them to walk you through it. Who's who? Who will you be working with? And how does your team fit into the grand scheme? Trust me, when you understand the big picture, you will see opportunities that others miss. Step 4 is build relationships. When I worked in industry, I made it a point to say hello to everyone. It didn't matter if I knew them or not. Whenever I went to fill up my water, I would chat with whoever was in that break area. Just small talk at first, but over time, I genuinely got to know people. And I learned about their families, what they did at work, and what they cared about. And here's what happened. People started opening up. They felt connected. And when the time came to work on cross-functional projects or ask for help, those relationships paid off. But here is where it really mattered. We had a supplier crisis. One of our raw materials essential to the function of our adhesive was suddenly unavailable, and we didn't have an alternate supplier lined up. Well, I was put in charge of leading that project to solve this, and let me tell you, those relationships I had built, those casual chats in the break area, saved the day. Because I had already formed genuine connections, I was able to pull together a collaborative team from across the company. People from different departments who might not have prioritized this otherwise jumped in to help. And instead of taking months to find and qualify a new supplier, we got it done in weeks, all because of the relationships we had built. People were willing to go the extra mile, and that made all the difference. So here's the truth. Your success isn't just about your technical skills. It's about who you know, and more importantly, who knows and trusts you. Relationships are everything in your career, whether you are in a lab or in an office. So, set a goal to meet one new person every day. If you're in the break room, by the water cooler, or walking to a meeting, introduce yourself. Ask them about their role and take a genuine interest. Over time, these small interactions build a network of relationships that will support you throughout your career. Trust me, it's worth the effort. Okay, let me tell you about one of the favorite people I worked with when I was recruiting. She's a talented chemist. We'll call her Anne. Anne had an impressive background because she had worked at Intel, then transitioned to teaching chemistry at a college, and during COVID, she decided to take some time off to explore the country by van. Well, after spending time traveling and reconnecting with herself and her husband, she wanted to return to industry, and I was trying to help her. Although she didn't land the job I was working on, we stayed in touch, and I had given her advice that ultimately was extremely impactful and as our step 5. Document your wins. I told her, every thank you note, every successful project, every compliment, keep track of it all. This isn't just for your annual review. It can be for those tough days when you need a reminder of how great you are, or when an unexpected opportunity comes your way. Well, fast forward over a year, Anne reached out to me to thank me. She had landed a job at Tesla and was working there for several months when her manager asked her to interview for a newly created supervisor role. Now here's the game changer. Because she had documented all her wins from her early days to her most recent project, she was ready for the interview within hours. See, that's what documenting your wins does for you. It prepares you for opportunities that might come out of nowhere, giving you the confidence and proof of your value to present at a moment's notice. So whether it's a performance review, a promotion, or a new role, you'll always be ready. Okay, a lot of people think that once they've gotten their degree or landed the job, all they need to do is focus on learning their role and figuring out how the company works. But here's the truth. If you don't invest in yourself, you'll hit a ceiling faster than you think. See, I know this from experience because there was a time when I was so focused on work and on what I was doing for everyone else that I completely stopped investing in my own personal development. I thought grinding harder would be enough, but guess what? I ended up burned out, completely drained. And that's when I realized success isn't just about giving everything to the job, it's about taking care of yourself first. It reminds me of that instruction we have all heard on an airplane: put your own oxygen mask on before helping others. Why? Because if you don't take care of yourself first, you won't be in a position to help anyone else. And the same applies in your career. So here's the deal: investing in yourself isn't just about gaining technical skills or understanding your company's processes, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. And that is where personal development comes in. You have to make time for yourself to learn, to reflect, to build resilience, because your success starts with you. At Next Success, we've built the Next Success method to help you do just that, to achieve authentic success. It is a system that focuses on 4 core pillars: natural abilities, so you can tap into what makes you uniquely talented; communication behavior, so you can connect with people better; mental fitness, so you can handle stress and challenges with confidence; and an integrated vision, so you can have a holistic understanding and align all areas of your life, not just your career. See, when you take care of yourself first, whether it's through mental fitness, learning, self-reflection, you put yourself in a position to help others and to thrive. So, to wrap it all up, mindset, proactivity, curiosity, relationships, and tracking your wins, these 5 steps are your formula for success. And the bonus was invest in you. But here's your next step. Download the 5 steps to excel in your new job, your success plan. It is a free guide packed with everything we discussed and more, and practical actions you can take immediately. Grab it now and start using these strategies to thrive in your new role. You can get it by scanning the QR code. Thank you for letting me be a part of your next success.